Hey guys, welcome to Really Review. Today we're going to be talking about the Fantastic Four. Fantastic Four, or Fant4stic depending on the marketing material, is directed by Josh Trank, who directed Chronicle, which is a movie I really enjoyed. I think it's one of the better found footage movies out there. The cast for Fant4stic is stellar. You have Miles Teller, Michael B. Jordan, who was in Chronicle, Kate Mara, Jamie Bell, and Toby Kebbell as Victor Von Doom. Kind of. Fant4stic is the third shot at a Fantastic Four movie. Well, fourth, if you want to count the super old movie that came out in 1994 that you can still find on YouTube. And if you haven't seen it, do yourself a favor and watch it. It's hilariously bad. Now, when they were talking about bringing Josh Trank on, they were talking about having a darker, grittier tone than what we're used to. And they wanted a younger team, and everybody was hating on it, including myself, because I didn't want the Fantastic Four babies, as some people were calling them. I wanted the older, more traditional version. But then after letting that go and accepting it, I thought, okay, well, I like the director. Simon Kinberg is writing it, who has done great with the X-Men, and the cast is fantastic. And I like the trailers, but then I started reading reports that Josh Trank was showing up to work super drunk and how he was a pain to work with and they were having troubles on set. So it's been a love-hate relationship for me. And then Fox didn't want to lift the embargo until the day before the movie's release, which told me they had no confidence in the movie, that they were trying to hide the film before word of mouth got around that the movie sucked. Right now, Fant4stic has a 9% on Rotten Tomatoes and a 4.0 on IMDb. So I went in expecting a complete pile of garbage. And did I get that? Well, the short answer is no. I can see how you'd be disappointed in the Fantastic Four because this isn't a superhero movie. This is a sci-fi horror movie first. And if you go in expecting that, I think you'll like this movie. Now, as for the cast, everyone is super talented. I had no problems with them. What I had a problem with was a script. There needed to be more scenes with them interacting and bonding and becoming friends. The Fantastic Four is Marvel's first family, and I felt like they weren't even friends at the end of this. I never felt chemistry between them. Something else that bothered me was we sat through like 45 minutes of them building this machine that takes them to the negative zone and gives them their powers, but then it cuts to a year later and they're already the Fantastic Four. They skipped the best part of an origin, which is them learning to use their powers. Take Spider-Man, for example. You don't want to watch him just going to school, living his life, and as soon as he's bitten by the spider, skipping over Uncle Ben's death and him building his web shooters and learning to swing and adjusting to his strength and making his costume, because that's the best part of his origin. It's the payoff for having to sit through him not being Spider-Man. And once he goes through all that, it makes him becoming Spider-Man more rewarding. Obviously, you could have started the movie with him already being the Fantastic Four, and that would have been great. But since you didn't, I had to sit through them trying to build the machine for a while. So I expected the payoff. The second half of the origin would have made the first half even better. Like I said, you could start with them being the Fantastic Four. I wouldn't need the second half because I didn't have to sit through the first half, which isn't as good as the second. The second half of an origin is there to balance out the first. This is an origin movie, so I want to see the origin. But I have to say, when they got their powers, I thought that was really well done. I felt the horror and the fear of these powers turning them into monsters. I got that. The sci-fi stuff was really good. I thought elements of the movie was visually great. The Thing looked amazing. He looked like he jumped off the page. There really wasn't any action, just a super fast climax with Doom at the end, and that was it. But let's talk about Doom for a second. This isn't the Dr. Doom we know from the comics. This is essentially a brand new character that kind of tried to look like Doom. I get where they were coming from. They were trying to make him look like Doom, but giving him a practical reason why they would look like that. So they had his hazmat suit melt on his body, forming what Doom looks like, but he ended up just looking like he was covered in melted garbage bags. I prefer him wearing his metal armor. At least he looked more like Doom in the older movie, and even that one wasn't a good representation of Dr. Doom. This is the second time they did this. Dr. Doom isn't supposed to have any powers. He's the ruler of his own country, Latveria, but they need to make him more powerful so the fight's more realistic. No, if you want them to fight someone more powerful, then pick a different villain. All I know is that this is not Dr. Doom. But again, that's just me comparing it to the comics. If this was some random sci-fi horror movie, it'd be good. So I'm not going to judge it off the comics. But if you change so much, why even call it a Fantastic Four movie? Just come up with a new movie on its own. But nevertheless, it was good for what it was, and that's a sci-fi horror movie. I went in expecting a complete bad movie. It wasn't a good Fantastic Four movie, but at least it was a good sci-fi movie. And I didn't even think it was going to do that. So I left the theater pleasantly surprised. So surprisingly, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. I think the best course of action would be to hand the rights back to Marvel. So have you seen Fant4stic? What did you think about it? Also, would you like to see a sequel or would you prefer to see Marvel's take on it? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Make sure to like the video, and as always, I thank you guys for watching.